Guys, welcome back to Make That Sea Change. Today we're going to talk to you about how to do SEO for a website. SEO being search engine optimization. One of the biggest things you need to know about, to be honest, if you're working within the affiliate marketing space or you're working with a website, you really need to, I don't know if you'll ever get a complete understanding of it because it's quite complex, but you do need to have some sort of idea of what you're doing about search engine optimization or SEO. The reason being is that most of you will have done searches online through either Google or Bing or Yahoo or one of those, and you search on your keywords or whatever it is you're looking for, and when you do your search, the search engine results page comes back up and you can see sites that will give you the information that you're looking for. So if you were looking for baseball bats for Little League, you might do that search and you'll get 4 or 5 sites that will show you about baseball bats. In most cases, you'll click on the first 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 sites that you see, read all your information from there, and then basically get on with your life. So this is what SEO is about. We want to try and get our posts and our websites to be number 1, number 2, number 3 on the results page that we get. And when we talk about 1, 2, or 3, we talk about organic searches. So this is where, as I say, I sit down, type in my information, get my response back through the search engine results page or the SERP, and I can see my site ranked 1, 2, or 3 because that's where people will go to. From page 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to page whatever. Some people might find it, but again, we're looking at getting our results on that first page or ranking on those first pages. So that's what this post is about. How do we do this? Have a look in the post, click on the link below and you'll see the post. And I've gone into quite a bit of detail. It's quite a long post, this one, but I've gone into some detail about how you'll get that information. But let's run through it very quickly anyway. So first one is content. Content is king. Doesn't matter what else you do, you must have a site that provides lots and lots and lots of valuable information, problem-solving information for, how many times to say information? Posts for people to read. If I've got a problem, I want to be able to go to a website, find that information, read that information, get help with whatever it is I'm looking for. And funnily enough, I know we're talking about affiliate marketing, but without having the hard sell put at me. By all means, put on call to actions. By all means, say click here if you want to join this or do that. But you need to provide information to people that they can consume and use without actually having to buy. I know that sounds funny, but the more you do that, the more time people are spending on your page, the more time that they are getting that information. Search engines like that. They like to see people on your page more and more and more and more and for longer times. It means you're helping them. Google and Bing and those sort of search engines don't care whether you make a sale. They care about you providing information to your readers. So that is where the content is critical. All posts must be about at least 1,000 words and they must be written to provide that information to the reader. As I'm talking to you now, natural, hopefully quite natural in the way that I'm speaking in the flow, your posts need to be the same. You can't make it too full of keywords and the like. It's got to flow. It's got to be a natural response to what people are looking for. Second one is linking. So as your site builds, you will have other posts that you've written about, you'll have other information that you've written about, and there'll be external sites that you've gone to as part of your research. So for example, if I'm writing about the best fishing lures to use for beach fishing, I might write something like, in a previous post we discussed fishing lures for fishing in lakes. You'll put a link against that wording to your previous post about fishing in lakes. It does one or two things. Allows the search engines to get a greater understanding of what it is that your site is about, which is critical for keywords, which we'll discuss in a minute. But it also allows your readers to get more information, which again keeps them on your site for longer, keeps them looking through different pages, which is another good SEO ranking means. If someone goes to your site and clicks on 2 or 3 pages, that's much better for your search engine rankings than if they go on, read 2 or 3 words and jump off again. So internal links are critical. External links, where you link to a page, a website that's not yours, is also really, really good for ranking because it shows Google again more about what your site is about, but it also shows that you are providing more value to your readers, not just what's on your site. So again, I might be saying, okay, well, I have beach fishing lures are very good for catching salmon. You could have a link to the word salmon that goes off to Wikipedia or, Australian Fishing Monthly or whatever the site is that talks about what salmon are. So if someone is reading the site and goes, oh, beach fishing lures, I didn't realize you can catch salmon off the beach. They click on salmon, see all that information. They may come back to your site. Always do open a new window for the technical side of it. But if people are looking at your site and they go off to there and think, oh, I still want to buy that, they will come back. Even if they don't that time, they might later on, but you're still getting the advantage of the search engines who are finding that information and seeing where people are linking to. And if that site is a popular site, you're going to get more credibility within the search engines as well. So it's a very, very good tool. The next one we're going to look at is keywords. Now, keywords are sort of the baseline for everything that you have online. Think about the last search you did, or let's think about the example I used in there, baseball bats. If I want to find a baseball bat, who do I want to find it for? What do I want to find? That will determine the search words that I use in my search engine. It might be baseball bats for Little League. It might be the best baseball bats. It might be beach lures for beach fishing. It might be, I don't know, stereo smart TVs, anything like that. If that's what people are searching for, they're what's called your keywords. Now, keywords are important because Google looks at keywords and makes an assumption on what that means. Then look for sites that match those keywords. If you've got those keywords in your site, and in the post, I show you an example through Jaxi, and I've also got a review on my site about Jaxi. It's a keyword tool. Neil Patel's Ubersuggest is another good one that I often use. It's about finding how often people use those keywords in Google searches. If you did a search for, I don't know, stars and moons, and no one does searches for stars and moons, you don't want those words in your site because no one's going to find what you're looking for. If it's stars relating to the moon, and that's a search that a lot of people put in, that's what you're going to want to have in your keywords, because that's how people are going to find, that's what people are searching for, your site is going to match. Now, the keywords are also very good because if you're linking to other internal sites within your internal posts within your website, those words are going to cross-lap, and it's going to give, again, the search engines a much better way of working out what your site's for. So that way, if someone searches for the moon and stars, your site will come up even if they haven't necessarily exactly matched your keywords. And you do see that a lot. Do a search yourself on a search engine and put in some keywords, and you'll notice that a lot of the pages don't actually match them exactly. That's because they've built up that knowledge within Google and within Bing and Yahoo about what it is that site does. So keywords goes off to your linking and obviously within your content. Now, that's what I was saying before. If your keyword is in your content, it goes in the heading, goes in the first paragraph, and then write naturally. I can't push that on you enough. If you're writing natural content that's written for the reader, Google will take care of the keywords. It will find the keywords in the heading in the first paragraph, and off you go. Next one there is media. Add media to your site. Pictures, videos. Videos are a big one these days, and a lot of people that I do my research and do my training on, affiliate sites and the like, all talk about having video. Video is the way of the future. YouTube, something like 1 billion videos being watched at any second. So that it's a massive growth industry, especially on smartphones these days. We all watch videos on our phones. And a lot of some of the crawl programs and like in search engines will actually pick the words out of the video. So use your keywords in your videos as well, but make sure you've got a video on your post. It is critical to good ranking. And obviously with the images give you two things. They sort of break up all the words, which will keep people on your page. But also within the descriptions in the back end of the images, you can put your keywords. So it's just another opportunity to get your keywords without having to fill your post with the keywords. So it might be your image and your alt text. Alt text is what pops up and it's on your, if you move your mouse over the top of a picture, that's the, the little wording that pops up, and it's also what is read to people who are visually impaired. So if someone who's visually impaired is looking at your site, it's actually, the search engine is actually going to read out your keywords, which is great for ranking as well. Update your old posts. If you've written posts 2-3 years ago, or even 2 or 3 months ago, or 2-3 years ago, you're obviously not going to have internal links to the post you wrote yesterday. Go back, put the links in that way. It just expands your reach within the search engines. It allows the search engines to find more and more information about your site, and it creates those links for that extra keyword value. So go back into your old posts, add your links, double check your keywords in there. Another thing you can do in there is add more information. There is a couple of schools of thought on this. If you've written a post on beach lures and you're going to write a post on lake lures, some schools of thought will be, we'll just do a post on lures and add them both together and have 2 keywords in that one post and a big, long, nice post. Other people say keep them separate. As long as you've got over 1,000 words in both posts and you're not repeating information too much, you can probably go with 2. But if you've written a post on lures and then you decide to add beach lures, add it to that post, because it keeps that post fresh. It keeps information added to it. Google likes information, or search engines like information that's refreshed and up to date and new. So always add that information. And from there, you'll be able to keep your posts up to date, keep them fresh. Always run another spell check when you're doing your post updates. It's nothing worse than having a post full of spelling mistakes. Google and Bing don't like that either, because how many of you receive spam emails and like with spelling mistakes in it? So they do correlate that quite quickly. Social media, use social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, on and on and on and on and on. Don't use all of them. Pick the best social media for your niche. So if you're writing about a business related thing, you might want to use LinkedIn. If you're doing anything in the artistic or photography or anything like that, obviously you're going to use Instagram. Most people use Facebook. Facebook's becoming a bit harder to get your posts into people's feeds. However, and like affiliate marketing, it takes a while to build up, but it is also still I think at the moment, it's still the highest used social media platform. Instagram's rapidly reaching it. YouTube actually might have even overtaken it, but they're your main ones: Instagram, YouTube, social media. Put your posts on there. It's another place you've got keywords loaded. It's another place that you've got backlinks to your other posts, which we'll talk about in a second. And obviously, social media has a very, very good relationship with search engines. So you'll be surprised how often, if you do a search for one of your keywords, that your Facebook page will pop up with that post in it. So do that all the time. And backlinks. Backlinks are an interesting one. We talked a minute ago about external links, where you link out from your page to another page. Backlinks is the reverse of that. So you've got another page that's linking back to your page. Harder to get. There's a few ways you can do it. You can write guest posts, you can comment on other people's pages, you can write testimonials, you can ask people to do it, you can gain the trust of bloggers, join social groups and forums and the like. Anything where you've got the opportunity to put your website address into another website. Now be careful with this. Obviously, and something I didn't cover, external links. External links, it must be to a relevant site, it must be to a popular site, and it must be a site that has, well, if it's those two, it will have the credence within the credibility, within search engines. And external sites coming back to yours is the same. There are a lot of, do a search for backlinks in your search engine. The first 3 or 4 pages are all ads on companies that will sell you backlinks. They take your web address and they just throw it in all these other sites to give you backlinks. Search engines don't like that. The websites are often not very highly ranked themselves, or just websites without any real content to them, so fake sites effectively. But backlinks are a good way to do it, and there's something you do need to work on. So have a look in the posts, and those ways that I've listed are the best ways to do it. And finally, talk to the search engines. Ask them to rank you. Google Search Console and Bing Webmaster Tools, which also manages Yahoo, have pages that allow you to go in there, you register your website with it, you once you have written your post, you go into the console or the Webmaster Tools and you type in you enter the URL of the post you've just written and you ask the websites to find it. They will find it, they will rank it. It's as simple as that. And as your website grows, I think I wrote in a post, I've had some rank within 15 minutes. I had one on another side of mine that ranked on page 1 within 10 minutes. So, and then obviously I've had others that have taken 3 days to rank and are ranked in 963rd. It's not an exact science, but at least you're getting your site out there onto the World Wide Web a lot quicker than you would if you just left it. If you don't do this, if you don't go into the Search Console, the Bing Webmaster Tools, the search engines will still find it. It just takes a lot longer. So that's something that you really want to do. Okay, so that's it for now. There's so much more to it, even within Google Search Console and Bing Webmaster Tools. I will do another post on them and talk you through how to set all that up. In Wealthy Affiliate, if you remember Wealthy Affiliate, there's a lot in there about AdSense and not AdSense, sorry, Google. Well, there's AdSense, but Google Webmaster Tools and Google Search Console and Bing Webmaster Tools within Wealthy Affiliate. So if you're not a member of that and you're interested, have a look at the bottom of the post and you'll see a link to that as well. That's about it. Thanks for listening. As usual, please click on the likes below. Please subscribe to my page, and that way you can keep a track of all my how-tos and all the information I post, and we can keep this affiliate marketing journey going together. Okay, thanks guys. Have a great day. Bye.